Hey everybody, Monopod 59 here. I don't know which argument is becoming more intense. The argument between the conservatives and the Democrats concerning the inauguration and the whole Trump thing, or the argument against people who are for the vaccine and people who are against it. I'm going to talk a little bit about both those issues. I saw a guy I know on Facebook today, or yesterday maybe, had a post that says, "Does anyone else still have hope?" And I know what he was talking about. He was talking about hoping Donald Trump somehow holds on to the presidency. That's not going to happen. It's done. It's over. The courts have made their decisions. Trump's not going to call out the army. It's done. Joe Biden is going to be the new president, and there's nothing that can be done about it. And let's move forward, okay? I love Donald Trump as president. I never liked him before he was president, so I'm not going to say I was a big fan of his, but he was a good president. He was a great president. He was doing things that he truly was trying to make America great again. Joe Biden is going to do what Barack Obama did and try to make America mediocre. He doesn't care about America, neither does Kamala Harris or any of the people that they're appointing to their cabinets. The Democrats don't care about America. All they care about is themselves, and I even mean the rank and file Democrats. Maybe not the true American liberal Democrat from the 70s or even the 80s, but anybody who's a Democrat, newer than that, all they care about is themselves. They just care about what the government's going to give them, what the government can do for them, and whether the government will do things they agree with. Even as a conservative, Ronald Reagan was my hero, but he did things I didn't agree with. He said things I didn't agree with. He implemented policies I didn't agree with, but he was still a great president. Same thing with Donald Trump. I didn't agree with everything he did. You're never going to have a president, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, who does all the things you want him to do, with whom you agree with 100%. Not going to happen. It's over. There's no more hope that Trump's going to win. Stop it. Do its program. The anti-vaxxers are getting nasty. I go and talk to on Facebook and a couple of other places, and I post about the vaccine. Everybody knows how I feel about it. If you don't want to take it, don't take it. But don't bitch about other people taking it. Don't try to convince other people not to take it. I think the vaccine is going to be good for America. I think it's going to slow COVID down. I think if it doesn't, it's not going to stop it. Nothing's ever stopped the flu. It won't stop it completely, but it'll put it in a place where we can contain it. And anybody who doesn't believe that's a good idea, oh boy, I don't know what's wrong with you. There was a specific numbered batch that some people were having some pretty nasty allergic reactions to. That doesn't mean that the vaccine wasn't there all saying, "See, it wasn't tested. We told you." I can't stand it when people do that, but they do it. Again, if you want to take the vaccine, take it. If you don't want to take it, don't take it. I don't care. But, as I've said before, don't complain when you get sick or someone you love gets sick because you talked them into not taking the vaccine. I hate to see people that at odds with each other over an illness and over a vaccine that could possibly help eradicate this disease, or at least bring it under control in the near term, eradicate it in the long term. We'll see how that works out. COVID-19 is not a flu bug. It's not your regular thing. Everybody has seen what it's put me through. I'm able to be off my oxygen for, pretty long periods, as long as I'm sitting around not doing anything. I was off it for around 2 hours last night, and my blood oxygen was still 96. So that's good. After I do this video, it'll probably drop lower than that because it takes so much energy for me just to talk. But the vaccine isn't going to fix my voice. I have an appointment with an ENT next Monday, and I'll find out exactly what's wrong here. I don't think it's because of my sickness, and I'm beginning to think it's not because of the oxygen. But I'm not a doctor. It's another thing I saw about the COVID. Somebody posted a deal about that some retired respiratory therapist giving people advice about not going to the hospital and not being admitted to the hospital if you get COVID. That's crazy. Let a doctor diagnose you. Let a doctor determine whether or not you need to go to the hospital. Right now, as crowded as hospitals are, if they don't need to admit you, they won't. People, they're just in it for the money. They're not going to stack people up with COVID. That's not the way they do this. When you're with COVID, you're in isolation. They don't have that many rooms. And so if you're not sick, they're not going to admit you. In my case, had I followed that nurse's advice, I'd be dead. By the time I went to the doctor coughing, these breathing exercises wouldn't have helped me. I had double viral pneumonia. If I would have taken that advice, I would not have survived. I hated being in the hospital. It still causes me anxiety to think about it. And but anyway, back to the vaccine. I don't want to go through the things I went through. I don't want anybody else to go through it. There are still people out there saying, well, most people don't get sick like you do. Hey, you know what? If one person can be prevented from getting as sick as I did because of the vaccine, I'm all for it. So take your numbers, take your percentages, take your new math, and throw it out the window, because none of that matters. It's like I told somebody in a little discussion on Facebook, I don't care about the numbers anymore. And you know I used to. You know I used to be one of those percentages this and percentages that. Those percentages, none of that's going to make sense until the medical field has been able to figure out the long-term effects of people who have had COVID, whether they got as sick as I did or not. Enlarged hearts, diminished lung capacity, all kinds of problems that may never go away with people. Hell, my throat may always be like this for all I know. Getting back to the vaccine. Somebody wants to take it, don't give them any shit. It's just like the masks. I used to say, if you want to wear them, wear them. If you don't want to wear them, don't wear them. But don't give people crap that are wearing them. It's none of your business. It's no skin off your nose. The vaccine, the anti-vaccine. Come on, people. It's time to stop voicing your opinions as if you're some sort of medical professional. I haven't heard one serious doctor who's a virologist or whatever it is, the people who deal with viruses. And these people, I've not heard one so far say that the vaccine is a bad thing. And I think that those are the people we should be listening to rather than our buddies on Facebook or a retired respiratory therapist. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Shoot me an email at motopoet59@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. We'll see you all later.